Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I did do a few more little things to the truck. I didn't video any of it, but I fixed my light up front I talked about. I got a little more things to do to get it ready for the little show this weekend here in town, but we're going to pause on that for the moment because I have a connection with a guy local, and he just lives around the corner from me. He's a really good guy, and he has a gooseneck that has been sitting for a while that I have made a deal with him that if I can go drag it out and put some work into it, that I can use it. So for me right now, that'll be a good thing. I don't have to go buy a trailer. I can just fix this one up and use it. So the tires and everything are clear flat on it. It's needs deck boards. It could use a little TLC, but it's going to be awesome. I'm excited. So I'm going to load up a bunch of tools and some spare tires and stuff that I have, and we're going to go over and see if we can get this thing drug out and get it back here. And it's got a tank on it that he needs to get off of it, so we're going to try to get that, and yeah, might have a trailer I can actually use and won't have to rent one anymore. So that's kind of the plan. I was going to start pulling apart the white truck, but I think I said that in last week's video. I'd be onto that this week, but the mail kind of screwed us over with getting finance stuff in line and to get money cleared to be able to go get a donor truck and all this. So not sure you're going to get to see anything in this video of starting on Devin's truck, but we will have a donor. This will be Monday, so if the video drops, when this video drops, you guys will probably all be en route and getting this donor and getting this build started. So I know I said it last week, but I promise this next week's video, we will be starting on a new build. So, well, let's load some stuff up and see if we can get us a gooseneck. Just pulled in over here where the trailer's at. Take a look at it, get your guys' thoughts on it. Like I said, it needs a little work, but I'm not afraid of that. So it's back here around the corner. Oh, there's the front of it. Would you look at that? Looks like a truck hauler to me. So I don't remember what brand it is. Come over here and look. It's a May trailer. So okay, it's a gooseneck though. So everything looks good on it. It's just a little flash rusted. It could use some paint and some new deck boards, and obviously tires. That's the main reason I took those off where I got. But it's gonna be kind of a pain to try to get it out from where it's at here, and there's kind of a gravel area out there. So I'm gonna try to just get the truck up under it and just drag it out the way that it is, because the tires that are on now are junk anyways, and at least try to get it out there, and then I can put the set on that I brought and see if we can get it home. Well, that come out of there a lot easier than I thought it would, so that's good. Yeah, so I guess now it's time to put this set of wheels and tires on it and see if it'll go down the road. Wow, it's hot and I'm fat, so that combination doesn't work very well. Anyways, what do you think? Let's see if it'll make it home. Well, we got back here to Joe's place with it. They're gonna lift this tank off the trailer, so we'll get that done and we'll get it back to the house and start tearing into it. Well, it's home. I got the tank off of it. It took we did 2 skid loaders and a small mini excavator and got it off of there. I didn't video it though, obviously, but here it is. So Max has been checking it out. What do you think, Max? I'm gonna get the wood pole off of it, and it probably needs all rewired, and I may put the axles I have sitting there that are 7Ks, I may end up putting those under it, so it's got new brakes and bearings and all that stuff that come out of those axles. If they'll fit, I'm about to find out. So, but super thankful, super happy that I have something I can use now. Here we got the boards all stripped off yesterday, and I just went to the Amish and got new boards to put on it. We have sand to sandblast, I have paint to paint it, and a little more elbow grease to go before it looks nicer. But it is going to be a nice trailer, so super excited, super thankful. And I also have a winch plate that I'm going to put on the front for that 12,000 pound winch that I had got a few weeks ago to a month. So I'm going to make a plate and mount it up here somewhere, and then I'm going to probably put a battery and stuff down in here. And I actually have a set of hydraulic jacks that I think I'm going to put on it. I'll probably leave that one just for, you know, for backup if something would ever happen, but I'm going to put the electric ones on it too. So I'm going to do that. Got a spare tire, need to get out of here. Need to check over some of the wiring. I don't think it's terrible on it. I may end up leaving a lot of it, to be honest, and just making sure everything's the way it should be. But I'm gonna get in the shop and we're gonna try to get those jacks mounted and get the winch plate on it. So we're gonna get the tractor and pick this thing up hopefully and get it in the shop. Winch plate on. That dude is that's a thicker piece of steel than even what the framework of the actual trailer is, so I don't think that's gonna go anywhere. And it took me some time to get it wedged down in there. I know I didn't film it, but I had bottle jacks and presses trying to press them down. Like it was quite a tight fit. And then this plate here welded on nicely to that, and obviously the pin goes through and the winch just sits right there. So it does probably sit out a little bit more than what I kind of wanted it to, maybe. I don't know. It's probably okay. But hey, it's on the trailer, so that's what matters. So I need to go get a battery, and then I'm gonna hook up some, like one of those shut-off switches I have right there, just so kills all the power to everything. And it'd be kind of cool to get one of them solar panel charger things, and I'll probably also wire the hot wire that's in the plug for the truck, just so it would be charging that battery that's going down the road or whatever. So yeah, pretty happy with that. I did get these jacks out. These are those hydraulic ones that I talked about I had. I don't know. I haven't really decided if I'm gonna mess with it or not. I mean, technically that jack works fine, and I just need to bend this handle back so it's straight and put a little grease in there and maybe grease up that and the slide, and it would probably be fine. I mean, I'm lazy, but I don't know if I'm lazy enough to put those on there. I don't know, at least not right now. So I think I'm just gonna leave it alone just for time's sake as well, because I don't really have a lot of time to get this thing done so it's ready. So I guess I'm gonna go get a battery and get this hooked up and make sure everything works. Well, skip ahead a day. I got all that stuff done for up front here, but as you can see, the trailer's out here and it looks a little cleaner. Been sandblasting. The wife's been helping me. She did pretty much all the sandblasting on it so far, but I'm gonna jump in and do some today, see if I can get it done blasted. I mean, it's not in bad shape like you've seen. It just needs dusted off and painted. So gonna try to get the blasting finished today and see if we can get some paint on it before it gets dark tonight. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Once again, shout out to OTC for the compressor. It's been running that blaster really, really good. I think it's in the 30 CFM range or something at 150 PSI. So, and it's made to run the whole time. So it's been doing good. So thanks again, OTC, for the compressor. It is allowing me to do sandblasting. So excited about that. Also, OTC is running a sale. Here's a couple flyers to show what they have on sale. So hit them up and go get yourself a deal on a compressor. Well, we're gonna add daylight to continue on this thing. So, but I got everything inside done, all the front's done, the whole other side's done, and this whole rail's done back to about in there somewhere. So a little bit of the frame to finish up, and then I need to flip both these up and come back here and do a bunch underneath the ramps, and of course this tail. So I don't know, another couple hours worth of blasting, but I'm gonna try to get it all done tonight so I don't have to get all sandy again, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna put stuff away, call our quits for the night, and we'll finish blasting and get some paint on this thing tomorrow. we got our little box done up front there. Works out pretty good. Got a little clip in it. Opens up and rests on the chains. That way we can put all of our chains and binders and have the battery in there and stuff for the winch. So not too bad. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shove this thing outside and spin it around, and I'm going to build out that area above these tires. I'll show you that here in a second. Now I got the trailer in here. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So I got this angle iron laid out here, kind of how it's going to go. This piece is going to sit upright like that, and that piece like that. And so I'm going to box this area in, and then I'm going to weld these angle irons to the framework of the trailer, and then I'm going to cover these with steel plate, diamond plate. So that way there won't be any wood here. It'll be, you know, obviously metal, and that'll just give me more tire clearance. Because otherwise the wood's going to sit on top of here. It may be rubbing that tire if there was wood on top of these. So that'll elevate stuff, so we'll have more clearance under those. So that's the plan. I'm going to get these welded up, and I'll probably go ahead and paint underneath the stuff well, and then I'll go on ahead and put the other plates on, or put the plates on and weld them to it, and then I'm probably going to then end up pulling apart the bearings and stuff and checking things. I know I talked about earlier in the video the axles that are out there that are 7Ks. I'm going to see if maybe I can swap the hubs and the brakes assembly and everything over to these, but I don't know. We'll have to see if it'll work or not. So that's the plan, and once we get that done, then it's going to be pulled outside and it's going to get a coat of black paint on it. So let's get started. Is we've got all the metal welded on both sides. Everything's cleaned up. I think it's about time to pull it outside and shoot some paint on it. Something I did do off camera, I did go on ahead and switch over all my brakes and bearings. Everything fit perfect, so real happy about that. So I have new hubs, new brakes, new drums, new bearings. I repacked all the bearings. It's just the axle stem that's you know, the original of the trailer. But yeah, so got all the old stuff. The brakes really didn't look super bad. They looked fairly okay, so I'm probably gonna end up keeping those just to have as spares around. But there it is. I think we're ready to pull it outside and shoot some paint on it, or at least wipe it down and then shoot some paint on it. So let's make this thing black. Well, we let the paint dry overnight. I think everything turned out pretty good. I ain't no professional. What do you think, Max? Yeah? I don't know if that means he approves or not. But anyways, so yeah, trailer's painted. Everything, I think, came out pretty good. So I'm going to put the wheels and tires back on it. And I don't know, I might hook it up to, I don't know if I'll hook it up to my truck or not, but I need to get back in the shop because I got all the new lights and wiring. I got a new plug and stuff to put on it. And I got tail lights that have a reverse light in them. So I need to run, obviously, a wire back each side of the trailer for the reverse lights. So need to do that and just make sure all the wiring and stuff's good. So the lights are good. And then we're going to put the deck boards on it, which are over there. And so it'll have a nice clean deck and stuff to it. And then I got something cool that I'm going to do to the deck once we get it done. I think it'd be pretty neat. So let's get the wheels and tires on this thing and get it looking like a trailer again. I didn't film the last little bit, but there's the deck of the trailer done. Max is checking it out. Hey, what do you think? Hey, talking to you. What do you think, wife?
Looks good.
Yeah. So, the first gooseneck SBC trailer. Pretty excited. We're gonna run to the Loves up the street here and get some fuel in the truck for a trip tomorrow and see how this thing pulls. So let's go for a little adventure. Well, it's the next day out here. We took the trailer for a little spin last night. Everything seemed to be good. It turned out really nice. I'm really happy with it. I am still going to do a little bit to this deck to, seal it up a little bit and stuff. But yeah, pretty happy with that. So now we're on to this thing for some attention. So we're getting ready to leave for Tennessee for the show Battle of the Cornfield. I'll show you guys a little bit of that probably at the end of this video. But want to give a huge shout out to Hot Shot Secret. They sent me a bunch of oil for this thing. I got Black Diamond engine oil for it, and I have we have the Adrenaline PS Plus 4 transmission fluid for it, and then I also have the Racing Gear Oil Adrenaline R9. It's a 7590 gear oil. So gonna replacing all the oil front to back in this truck before we go to Tennessee. So huge shout out to Hot Shots for that. And let's get the truck pulled in here and get it ready for a road trip. Well, I got in a little bit of a mess. The trans filter I had wasn't right, and I had a warped rotor, and A bunch of little stuff. So late getting on the road, but I got a mess in here, but whatever. So let's see if the truck will get on this new trailer, get it all chained down, and we're gonna get heading towards Tennessee. All loaded up on the new trailer. Pretty nice looking setup. Had to have the truck a little further forward than I wanted on the trailer, but it'll be fine. So, well, let's get everything else loaded up and get heading towards Tennessee. Well, we got everything loaded up. Got all our clothes and all of our stuff, and got our truck and our trailer. Max, you going too? I guess he's gonna go too. So I guess time to hit the road. So see you guys in Tennessee. And it's raining. What do you think about that, Max? Hey, do you like the rain?
He's tired.
He's tired. He doesn't, he's been sleeping a lot already, but yeah, nothing like a little bit of rain, maybe wash the truck off a little bit, or make it harder to clean here in a little bit. So, whatever. It is what it is, but new trailer's doing good, and the truck seems to be fine, so successful so far. Video anything from the show, so all the content you just seen was actually Tyler's. So very good, Tyler. I gave you credit for it. So, well, we got about 6.5 hour drive home. So we're on the road. We got fuel, we got food, we got snacks. So all the important stuff. So let's get back to Ohio. Well, we just got home from Tennessee. Truck made it fine, didn't have any issues with it, and the trailer did awesome as well. I did lose a little bit of ODOT tape there on the side, but it's all right, I got more of that. So once again, appreciate all the friends down there and for giving us a place to hang out and stay, and just and the Battle of the Cornfield was a fun show to be at as well, and be involved with that. So I probably should have told you guys more about it. I probably should have done that. So my bad, but I will put it on schedule for next year so you guys know that we'll be down there. But yeah, so I guess it's time to end this video off and go in and edit it for you guys so you got something to watch tomorrow. So I think that'll do it for this video. So appreciate you guys watching. God bless. We'll see you on the next one.